The island's top cop is approaching his first month on the job as the confirmed head of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Vernon Francois has been acting in that post for 2 years. During that time, public opinion of the once ACP for crime was high, following the execution of Operation Restore Confidence. With a respite in brazen criminal activity since then, can Vernon Francois really walk the walk and back up all the talk? CTV News sat down with the newly appointed Commissioner of Police as he outlined his vision and mission for the force. Though Vernon Francois tried to reassure the force during his acting appointments and those of his subordinates, he readily admits that his confirmation is a sigh of relief, as it spells stability for the island's lone law enforcement organization. He says many of the initiatives birthed during his initial tour of duty at the helm of the force will be followed through with some additions, of course.
One of the things I promised was the idea of boots on the streets, to have a constant presence of the police in hotspots areas and areas frequented by members of the public. We are proposing to develop on that to keep that presence going. But in terms of moving forward, I think there's going to be a greater emphasis on community-oriented policing. We've done some pushback policing in the past, some forceful policing based on the situation. But I think there is a need for us to do some greater degree of reaching out to the various communities. So that is the way forward.
Senior and gazetted officers can expect training in the near future to move the force towards a more service-based institution. After these training sessions, the lower rankings of the force will also benefit from training. An officer to coordinate the community policing project is expected to be appointed shortly.
We're measuring our officers on their involvement in the community and working along with the various communities around the island. Another thing I'm working on is to develop traffic points around the island. We've had a problem in the past with fatal accidents. So I propose to look at Grosile in the north, Vieux-Fort in the south, either Micoud or Dennery or Richmond, one of the stations on the east coast, and Anstery on the west coast as traffic points, so that we'll have dedicated traffic officers operating from these points to do patrols around the island. The third thing I'm looking at really is to still work towards the issue of corruption in the police department. We've been able to achieve a great degree of security vetting for officers in sensitive positions. We're now moving in the direction of security vetting for gazetted officers and other supervisors.
Francois hopes that the security vetting will create a greater level of confidence in the force and its abilities. A reward system for police officers is to come on stream shortly to encourage members of the force to take pride in their work.